Hello and welcome to another episode of The Rich Flavor. I am your host Rich and I have a great cook for you today. But first, if you like what you see here on the channel, I would ask that you consider subscribing to it and hit that notification bell if you want to be alerted to my videos that I post every week on the channel here. Okay, just a side note, I got a letter in the mail the other day and I got some stickers here from Papa Texas. All right, he's a YouTuber. He has a great channel. I suggest you go check him out. So thanks, Papa, for the stickers. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and put them on something, or I'm just gonna hang on to them for now. But I really do appreciate that you sent me that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get on with the cook. Today I am going to be doing a smoked chuck roast, or better known as the po' man's brisket. So stay tuned, see how it comes out. Okay guys, here it is. I have a probably about a two and a half pound chuck roast here. It looks really good. I got it at I believe Costco. Costco or Sam's, one of the two. Now, the great thing about chuck roasts and smoking them is that you can actually smoke them like a brisket, which is why a lot of people refer to it as the poor man's brisket. Because let's face it, brisket over the years has, you know, gone extremely high in price. I think honestly it is overpriced because it got so famous and so popular. It used to be one of the worst cuts of meat that you could buy, and it was for the purpose of slow cooking it, but because it became popular and famous, it skyrocketed in price. Now, chuck roasts are not quite as expensive. I believe I got like two of these about the same size for roughly about $25. So that is actually still a really great deal. So about 5 pounds of chuck roast altogether. I'm only going to do half of what I got here today because there's only 3 of us and we don't eat that much. But let me show you what I'm going to season it with today. This is the Chupacabra Brisket Magic. It's a kind of a seasonal. As you can tell, I like a lot of the Chupacabra brand seasonings, and they're local here in Texas, so that's also a good thing. Gotta support my Texas companies. But I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a nice coating of this brisket magic, and this stuff smells fantastic. I love all their products they have here, and I'm just gonna pat that in. So chuck roast, definitely a tougher cut of meat. This is why people put it, you know, make pot roasts out of it or something. They slow cook it in a crock pot or something like that for, you know, a few hours, and you can add all kinds of stuff with it. You know, you get real creative with it. Today I'm gonna make some pulled chuck roast out of this, and I'm gonna do some tacos with it. I think that should be really good there. Let me try and soak up some of this seasoning all around here. Waste not. Okay, that looks really good. All right guys, so I have my Weber 22-inch kettle coming up to temperature. I'm going to be using the slow and sear on it. I'll go ahead and show you the setup I have for it here when we get out to the grill, so stay tuned for that. Okay, here it is. The Weber has come up to temp. Let me show you the setup here. After all that smoke clears, right? Okay, so I have some wood chunks there. You see they're very hot. I have the slow and sear in here. I started the coals off in this end. They're hot. Oh yeah, very hot. I have some water in the water tray. It keeps this moist. So I'm just going to throw this in here. Oh, it looks good. And I'm going to come back here and check on it in probably an hour or so and see how it's doing. I'm gonna let this roll in the smoke for till the whole thing's done. I have the vents wide open. I'm gonna do this kind of a hot and fast style of cooking. Put that on so it'll come up to temp again, and yeah, so we'll just let this go ahead and cruise for a few hours, and then eventually I'll go ahead and wrap it, and we'll show you that process here in a little bit. Stick around. Alright, here we are, guys. It's been about 3 hours, a couple hours in the smoke. The chuck roast has been in there, and here's what it looks like right now. Oh, that looks really good, guys. That looks really, really good. Nice color on there. And that, just kind of look at the slow-ins here for a sec. I want people to kind of see that right there. So it's pretty much burned down the whole way. You could back up a little. Okay, it's pretty much burned down the whole way. I had to actually close the vents down. It's kind of windy out here today. It's pretty hot. We are in Texas. It's August, so it doesn't surprise me that this only lasted like about 3 hours or so. So it's burning pretty hot though. So but I wanted that to happen. All the water's gone in the tray. There's really nothing in there. I'm gonna go ahead and probably put some more charcoal here. I'm gonna let this burn down more, and then we're gonna go for it. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this right now, so let's go ahead and get to that process. Okay, here it is, guys. I got it here on the foil. I'm gonna double wrap this bad boy up here, and I'm just going to kind of do it this way because I want to put some of this beef broth in there to put some moisture in there and allow it to steam a little in there. Don't gotta put much in. But that's it. I'm gonna let it go for a couple hours in here, and I'm not gonna stick any temperature probes or anything like that in there. I'm just gonna let this ride, and when it is probe tender, I'm gonna check it with my meat thermometer, and if it goes in like like warm butter or butter, whatever, then I know it's done and it's gonna be ready to pull. So okay, let me go ahead and put it back on there. Okay, there it is. It's on there. I'm gonna let those coals cook down or finish off, and we'll see where this is in a couple hours. Like I said, I had cranked down the vents a little because it was just cooking way too hot. So this should probably last about another hour at least, I'm gonna guess, and I'm gonna come back and look at it in an hour, and if I need to put more coals, that's what I'll do. But yeah, it's cooking really good, and it looks like it's gonna come out really tasty. So stay tuned to see what happens next. All right, here it is. I have the chuck roast here, or the po man's brisket, as I like to call it. I'm gonna open it up so you can see what it looks like here. Oh, look at that. It's been resting for about an hour. That looks beautiful. It is delicious. It smells delicious too. And what I want to do is I want to pull it out from this foil here and just kind of show you. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. That looks awesome. I mean, it is just pulling like crazy. It is so tender. I bet this thing's just gonna taste delicious. Let me just kind of show you in there. This, I mean, look right here. Nice smoke ring on there. Looks really good. It's super tender, super moist. Golly, man, this cooked really well, and it took maybe about 5 hours. Okay, so 5 hours on the Weber kettle, the 22-inch kettle out there, and look at this. I mean, just coming apart. And that juice, I'm gonna save that juice because definitely need it. I think I'm gonna save me this little piece right here. It has some of that nice bark on there. That bark is set. It's really good. Looks like it really got some really good smoke on there, and that spice from the chupacabra rub. So let's go ahead and do my favorite part and taste this because it smells fantastic. Okay, here it is. We each got ourselves a piece. We're gonna try this out here. Cheers, son, and see how it is.
Tastes good.
That is really good. Nice beef flavor. That chupacabra rub or that brisket magic added a really, really good flavor to that bark. This is gonna be awesome in some of these tacos that I'm gonna do, and I think this was really good. If you have a Weber, I suggest you try this. You don't really need the slow and sear. If you don't have one, you don't need one. You can easily do this without one, but it does kind of help a little bit, and it keeps the coals at least, you know, together and uniformed, and it burns pretty even. So other than that, guys, you know, this was a great cook. It tastes really good, and you know, we can't wait to dig into these. So hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you wish to subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate that. We are trying to still build the channel here, and yeah, it was a good cook. So we'll see you in the next one. Take care.